Welcome back to the 980s podcast hosted by yours truly, Kevin Thompson, founder and CEO of 980 Capital Group. Thank you guys for joining me. As I always say, subscribe to the channel. As I always say, go and get my book, Get My B to CFP, live on Apple and Amazon. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you email us at info@980capitalgroup.com. Send us your questions. Go to the website at www.980capitalgroup.com. Schedule an appointment. As you know, we're here to do what? Educate, empower, engage, and also entertain. Follow us on all social media channels at 9ICAP or at MLB to CFP. Today we're here to talk about something that, as a retirement income certified professional, I deal with quite often, especially recently. We're talking about the enhanced deduction and what it means to you. This is for the retirees out there. If you want to know and go deep on this, this is the episode for you. Let's get it. In the financial advisor space right now, there's a lot of argument around the enhanced deduction. And the argument is not necessarily about how it works and how efficient it is in regard to maximizing or lowering your taxes, but it's more about the Roth conversion side of things. We have clients who are taking Roth conversions. Should we take those Roth conversions based on the fact that we want to maximize our modified adjustment gross income? We want to maximize. We want to minimize that as much as possible to maximize the enhanced deduction, or should we go ahead and just continue to do what we've been doing, taking the Roth conversions and filling up those tax brackets? Well, by doing that, I found out a couple of key components. So today, what we're going to talk about again on this podcast, we're talking about the senior deduction. We're going to talk around how it impacts Roth conversion and why in some cases conversions today are actually cheaper than they were a few years ago. That's right. If you converted before 2025, you may have paid more than you needed to, even though you had to do a pre-extension. So let's go ahead and unpack all of this. So what is the enhanced senior deduction? So first things first, let's talk about this so we get a really good understanding. Traditionally, once you hit 65, the tax code already gave you a slightly larger bump of the standard deduction than they did for young taxpayers. But under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act of 2025, we now have what we call an enhanced version of that deduction. Here's what it means in practice. If you're married, 65 and older, your standard deduction is no longer just a little bump. It's an actual significant hike. For married couples, both spouses over 65, the total deduction can be thousands of dollars that can be used to increase your income. This effectively raises the amount you can take in regards to your income, your Social Security, your pension, your IRA withdrawals, before you even begin paying federal income taxes. That's why it matters for planning. It's not just a technical tweak. It's cash in your pocket if you plan accordingly. So I'm going to put some numbers behind the mayhem so you guys understand exactly how this works. And I'm going to go through it very slowly so you can see the efficacy of what we're talking about. So here is a 65-year-old individual. Again, I'm a retired income certified professional. This is the world I live in, right? So when we're talking about income, we're talking about a married couple who has a total income of about $126,550. Of that $126,000, they have $60,000 of pensions, combined pensions, $80,000 of gross Social Security. Now, what we did was we actually added in a Roth conversion in there as well for $7,000. So that basically leads us to $126,000 of total income. And we take in the standard deduction pre-OBBA, which is before the sunset as of 2024. The taxable income was $94,250. So when we look at all of this, I wanted to say, okay, how does this stack up to what the current bill is saying if we did the exact same thing for the next year or 2025? So let's just say same thing on both sides of the fence. It's year 2025. The Tax Cut and Jobs Act was extended. We have the same level of income right here, $126,550. Now you see the difference here. The standard itemized deductions has gone up to $34,700. That's an additional $2,400 of standard deduction. What you also see here is the enhanced senior deduction of $12,000. Now, what you also see from a taxable income perspective is it's no longer 94,250. It actually fell down to 79,850. That's a $14,400 saving from a taxable income perspective. So from a total tax scenario, we go all the way down and you see the same level of income in 2024 pre TCJ or pre expansion versus post expansion. It's $1,741 in regards to savings. That's the power, the same level of income on both sides of the fence. But when you add in the enhanced senior deduction and also the increased standard deduction on top of that, it's about a $1,700 tax savings in regards to that. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is people often say that the Roth conversion is dead because of this new enhanced deduction, but that's not necessarily the case, because what I just showed you was there's a $1,700 tax savings from the previous year. So if there's a $1,700 tax savings from the previous year, what does this look like if we decided to do it and there was no enhanced deduction? Well, you're paying more money from a tax perspective because you don't have the enhanced deduction that's bringing down your taxable income. So in essence, what I'm saying here is that the Roth conversion is actually being subsidized by the enhanced deduction. I'm going to say it again. The Roth conversion is being subsidized by the enhanced deduction, which means that the more money we start to convert, the more money we can actually keep in our pockets, because the deduction is significantly offsetting the actual conversion we're doing. Case in point, let's just say hypothetically, I wanted to increase this by, say, I don't know, let's just double it. Let's just do 6,000 or 7,000 for both. If I decided to do $7,000 for both and increase my conversion to $14,000, what happens here is my income goes up. My Social Security, taxable Social Security, would go up as well. But you know the beauty about this? Even though, look at my taxable income. My taxable income stays down underneath what I paid the previous year. I did a $12,000 Roth conversion and I have a lower taxable income. How is that possible? Well, it's because of the enhanced deduction here. The enhanced deduction actually reduces our taxable income. And better yet, our taxes are still lower than what we paid previously of $187 and we were allowed to convert twice as much. So what I'm saying here is that we shouldn't ignore the power of the Roth conversion. And what do we know about Roths? The Roth conversion, there's no RMD requirement in the future. So that lowers our chance of getting into the ARMR brackets in the future, because a lot of us have these large IRAs. So there may be something you need to talk to your financial advisor about in regard to maximizing your Roth conversions now, especially since we have that the enhanced deduction that's basically offsetting some of that Roth conversion. It's a powerful, powerful way to look at it. And I think that when people are saying that the Roth is dead, the Roth conversion is dead, they're overlooking the power of what it's actually producing right now. Now, I know there's financial professionals probably watching this and they're saying, Kevin, you're using 2024 numbers versus 2025 numbers. Well, if you use 2025 numbers, it's a difference of $66. So it's just tomato, potato. But using the 2025 numbers pre-sunset, it's only a difference of $66. Again, still lower taxation. And the point I was making is that the efficacy of the Roth conversion is absolutely powerful. So Roth conversions are always about trade-offs. Pay tax today, avoid tax tomorrow. But what's changed the math? If you converted pre-2025, you did so with a smaller deduction, which means you were paying higher effective taxes on every dollar converted. Fast forward to today, if you're under that phase-out range, the enhanced deduction is covering part of that conversion. That makes it feel like the government is subsidizing some of your Roth conversion, at least temporarily. We know it's going to be temporary. The window may not last forever. Tax laws sunset, deductions get phased out, and Congress could change the rules again. So for many retirees that are at or near retirement or actually in retirement, next couple of years represent an unusual opportunity. The cost of moving pre-tax dollars into tax-free Roth bucket is lower than it was just a few years ago. And that's the irony. People who rush to convert pre-2025 may have paid more, while those converting now are actually getting a better deal. Of course, this isn't universal, because I know I didn't talk about state taxes, income brackets, IRMA for Medicare. Those are all still matter. But again, these are all under IRMA related issues there. But directionally, the enhanced deduction has tilted the math in your favor. So what's the real takeaway here? Number one, understand the enhanced deduction is not just a number on the tax return. It's a planning tool. Number two, revisit Roth conversions. Don't just assume the conversions you did in 2020, 2021, 2022 are the same deal today. The cost structure has tilted. And number three, remember this window could close. It's temporary. Planning isn't static. Tax law is written in pencil, and what benefits you today can be gone tomorrow. If you're 65 and older or planning to retire soon, it's worth running the numbers with your financial advisor. A good financial planner or even some simple modeling can show how you can use this powerful deduction that they've granted you and how powerful the deduction can be. Thank you guys for listening to the 9 Innings podcast. I hope this has been a valuable episode for you. Again, today we talked about enhanced deductions and Roth conversions and how it matters and how you can kind of plan around that and how the government may be subsidizing some of that Roth conversion if you fit in those phase out ranges. I'm here to educate. This is the world I live in. Most of my clients are in the retirement income planning phases. So that's where I work a majority of my business. But again, I'm here to basically just educate. Thank you guys for listening to the 9 Innings podcast. Subscribe to the channel. Go and get my book, MLB to CFP, live on Apple and Amazon. You have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us at info@9icapitalgroup.com. Send us your questions. Go to the website at www.9icapitalgroup.com. Schedule an appointment. As you know, we're here to do what? Educate, empower, engage, and also entertain. Follow us on all social media channels at MLB to CFP or at 9iCap. Thank you guys for listening. Stay humble, stay safe. I'll see you again soon.